Hello. Greetings to you beautiful beings of the universe. And even if you don't feel beautiful, know that you are. Because there's beauty in everyone and everything. There's also hideousness in all of us too. Because there's balance. But today we're going to be driving around, going to my house. Not my house, we're going to my dad's house. We're going to go take care of some stuff there for him while he works. And we're just going to shoot the breeze today. Speaking of shooting the breeze, was on Facebook the other day. Oh, that's not straight. Okay, that's better. I was on Facebook the other day, and I noticed a meme that kind of frustrated me. And I'll tell you why it frustrated me. But first I'll describe the meme, because I can't actually put the photo up because I'm not able to edit at this moment. But it was a picture of a large, spacious, open floor plan house. It had a big, giant 9 to 10 foot Christmas tree in it, decked out to the nines, as they say, and it was surrounded by a bunch of wrapped presents. This photo looked like something from Home and Garden magazine, and that's where I feel like the person who made the meme ripped it out of. But it was a whole... Alright, so I copied it down and I pasted it on a Word document. 3-page Word document bashing people who can do that. Talking about, before you start bragging about everything you have and bragging about how you're done with your Christmas shopping and bragging about how your house is all decorated. Remember, there are some people who are going through things like having cancer or losing their job because of the pandemic. Just, tearing down people who actually have their stuff done. And it just kept going on and on and on, talking about how selfish people who can actually do things for themselves are. And I was like, wow, toxic much? A toxic gatekeeper. Wow. That's a first. Not. But anyway, I wanted to respond to this, but I said this is like, it would sound like I was giving a sermon. So I'm going to just respond to it on my own channel and let you guys know what I think about that person who posted that and people who think like them. So, first of all, you're showing your jealousy. You're angry and ashamed that you don't have what this person has. So what you want to do is make them feel bad because you feel bad because you can't keep up with them. And my question for you is, why do you feel the need to keep up with him? Why do you feel the need to say they're bragging? What if they're not? What if they just happen to be well off enough to be able to do stuff and don't know what a struggle is? And why would you want to shame them because they don't know what a struggle is? Just because you've had to struggle your entire existence does not mean that you're right or wrong. That's your life. That's your path. That's what you're used to. And why do you feel the need to keep up? I'll tell you why. It's because people who live in first world countries, they are taught to keep up or surpass their neighbors. It's a competition for them. And when they can't do it, they want to act like, well, it ain't all that anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Well, if it isn't, why are you so upset? That's my question. So here's the thing. I got upset because I felt bad for the person who was angry with people who were doing better than they are. That's really sad. First of all, maybe they're not doing better than you. Maybe they had to take all that stuff out on credit and to work it off the rest of the year. Second of all, even if they didn't have to, why is that your problem or your concern? Why are you so angry that they have the house and the Christmas tree and all the gifts and stuff that you think you deserve but can't have? And I asked you, can you not have it because of the foolish things that you do throughout the year? Perhaps this person lives very frugally and only splurges during the year. Not during the year, but during holiday season. I mean, just making snap judgments is not very wise for anyone. So, and then a lot of people don't understand the words we speak have meaning and tell us a lot about ourselves and others. So when you say things negative about somebody's glow or their shine, it leads me to believe that you can't shine because you've dulled yourself. And you expect everyone else to dull themselves so they can be just as lackluster as you are. That's a problem. Because instead of worrying about your neighbor, why aren't you worried about yourself? Why don't you ask yourself, why can't I have A, B, C, and D? Perhaps you have a Starbucks addiction and you go 3 times a day and get an $8 mocha. 3 times a day. Imagine what you could save up if you got rid of said Starbucks addiction. Just saying. I'm not saying this original poster does have a Starbucks addiction. I don't know them. But let's just say maybe the person that they're hating on makes their own lattes at home and only spends $20 a month in coffee supplies. Who knows? Or perhaps you have a McDonald's addiction where you find yourself eating fast food or McDonald's or wherever it is 3 times a day. 4 if you're lucky. So perhaps that other person doesn't have that. Perhaps that other person brown bag lunches it every day. Who knows? You got to look at all points of view. What are you doing that holds you back from shining as brightly as you can? Don't hate on somebody else's glow. Don't hate on somebody else's shine. Don't dull yourself for anybody else. So that's my question. Why spend all the time it took to type out that 3-page post hating on that other person instead of being happy for them? And I know there's going to be somebody in the comment section who says, why did you waste 8, 10, 12, 15 minutes hating on somebody's post who was hating on somebody else? But I'm going to tell you, I'm not hating on it. I'm asking it questions because I need to understand why somebody thinks that being negative towards somebody else is something they should even invest time in. What we invest our time in is what we get in return. So if we're not investing our time in something that's going to profit us or others or help us and our circle out, why are we doing that? What is our motivation behind it? You feel ashamed because you can't keep up with your neighbors, but why do you feel the need to? It's something American society and other first world societies have taught you need to do is keep up with the Joneses. But guess what? If you're not Mr. or Mrs. Jones in that particular scenario, why are you trying to keep up with Mr. or Mrs. Jones? I'm Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson needs to keep up with Miss Johnson's work. Real talk. So Miss Johnson looks at stuff like that and says that's nice. I'm happy that you were able to do that. I'm real happy you were able to, get your kids what you wanted and what they wanted for Christmas. I'm happy that you were able to, have your house trimmed out the way you wanted to and decorate it nicely. Way to go, because that's important to you, and I'm happy you were able to do what's important to you. I would never look at that other person and be like, stop bragging because I can't do it. Well, guess what? Material possessions don't really mean a lot to me. If I'm not using it, I don't need it. So I'm happy you have that if material possessions make you happy. But I'm happy for other people because I want other people to be happy for me as well. If you keep putting negative energy out into the world, guess what you're going to get back? Negative energy. So during the holiday season especially, why are you being negative and hating on people who just want to show, yeah, look, I was finally able to do this for myself, and I was finally able to do this for my kids, you know? I'm like, nobody's sitting here hating on somebody who has cancer. And I'm sorry, I have several family members right now who are battling cancer, and they still have their houses decorated the way they want them, shopping done because they did it online, all sorts of things. So your points are invalid. You feel jealous of them because you're ashamed that you can't do that too. And so rather than be happy for them and their glow up and try to get your glow up, you would rather tear them down and try to diminish their shine and make them feel bad because you feel bad because you can't do it. It's kind of sad, and it's very small. So if you don't want to be a small being and you want to excel in life and you want to get your glow up, what you have to start doing is deciding that you're going to look at every side of everything, and you're going to look at yourself and why your emotions are the way that they are. Because I'm guaranteeing you, the person who wrote this post has not even looked into themselves to wonder why they have these emotions. Our society, and I speak for me in a first world nation, is toxic. It is all about me, and what I can get, and if you have it and I don't have it, how can I take it from you? That's not cool. It's not good. That's toxic. What we need to do instead is, hey, you look like you're doing pretty good. What's your secret? Can you mind helping me out? You know, what are you doing differently that I'm not? How are we different? Especially if you guys are in the same job or station, but someone seems to be doing better than you. That's when you need to start taking notes and asking questions. What are you doing that I'm not doing? How can I be a better person and better with my finances or whatever? Because I used to be that toxic person who would make that post about how people are being braggadocious and just running around here trying to stunt like they're doing so much better than everybody else, when we both know where you come from and what you're doing and blah blah blah. I used to be that toxic person. So what I had to start doing, oh goodness, somebody has torn these signs down. But what I had to start doing for myself is asking myself, why are you like that? And since you don't like the fact that you're like that, what do we need to change about that? You know, what do we need to change about ourselves to make ourselves a better person? A person that we're proud of, a person we like. And what I discovered was I was feeling emotionally jealous and ashamed because I couldn't do things that I felt somebody my age should be able to do. And somebody with my level of education should be able to do. And somebody, you know, that somebody who already had themselves together would have had it done already, you know. And I had to realize, hey, is that part of who you are? Is that your truth, or is that the truth that society has told you need to have? Once I stopped trying to have the truth society was trying to tell me I needed to have, and I decided to have my truth that I as a person needed, everything started making sense and working out better for me. So what I'm saying is, ask yourself, what do you as a person hold dear? And it's okay if what you hold dear is not what society says you need to hold dear. That's 100% okay. Society would say that I, as a 37-year-old, should have already been married, had kids for years already. had a nice house, nice car, already making a certain salary, you know, contributing certain things. But I, as a person who'll be 37 tomorrow, actually don't hold those things dear. I know for a fact I am not marriage material at this moment. And if I were married, I'd be an unhappy being, and so would my spouse. So why would I want to be a miserable person? Because society says I should be married already? No. I would have some pretty angry and sad children if I had kids right now. Because I'm not where I need to be in order to make fully functioning humans. And a lot of people don't think of it that way. So I have to grow further before I can do all those things, because I don't want to be unhappy in marriage. I don't want to be unhappy if I ever get kids, because I'm probably never going to have them. But I don't want to have unhappy children that I adopt and take in, you know? So what I hold dear is not material possessions, but rather the spirit. I don't want to say spiritual, but I want to say the personal journeys we go through. I hold those dear. I would actually rather live in a car, in a vehicle, and save money so I can travel and see the entire United States of America, plus Canada and Mexico, because I've always wanted to see my entire North American continent, if not the entire world, rather than spend my entire salary trying to keep up a house and all the other bells and whistles that society thinks I need, that I have decided I don't need, and I will do very fine and very well without. So rather than hating on people who have all these things, I'm very happy for them. If this is your truth and you really do need a house, a giant house, and you really do need 3 and 4 and 5 cars, I'm happy for you when you're able to get that. But I just want to make certain that you're happy too. So if you're miserable when you see other people with their shine and their glow, ask yourself, are you living up to something that makes you comfortable? Are you living up to what you know you need to do, you know? That's what you have to ask. Oh, look, they're knocking stuff down and doing things. So, thank you. But that's what you need to ask yourself. Start asking yourself, am I living my truth, or what I think, the truth I think I should? You guys are tearing up my old country roads and making them bigger. That just means more people are going to come through. But that's okay. And more people need to come through, more people need to come through. It's not my business. But anyway, are you serious, bro? You have a stop sign. That means me and the guys behind me get to go. You don't get to just start signaling like you're just going to get around and go around people. No, sir. But anyway, yeah. I'm sorry I got distracted, you guys. I get distracted easily. But, yeah. Start asking, are you living your truth? Are you happy? Will you be happier? Because we know you're not happy if you're hating on everybody else who is appearing to be happy. So, rather than being miserable and wanting company in your misery, your homework should be to find out what it would take to make you happy. When I started finding out what it took to make me happy, I realized that it was shrugging society's norms, such as seeking to have a relationship where I get married in, having kids, having a big ass house, having multiple cars and stuff. You know, everything my parents did, but weren't happy with because of the struggle they had in order, they had to go through in order to maintain all that. When I stopped doing that, I started realizing I was happy and getting happier for other people when they would say, look what I got. And I'm not going to ask them, hey, look deep down in yourself, dude. Will that really make you happy? Because you're really just doing what society thinks is normal? No, I'm not going to do that. But if somebody says I got a new house, you go ahead, honey. Look at you. I see you. What do you need me to bring you for your housewarming gift, That's where I am now. Before I'd be like, bet you had to take out a 50-year mortgage, you broke bastard. That's not what you should say. No, don't be like that. Don't hate on somebody. Because at least they could get approved for a mortgage. Some people can't. Be happy, Be happy for other people's happiness. Oh, it's real wet out here today. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. That post, it got to me because I used to be that person. And whenever I discover something for myself, I like to share it and let other people know, hey, I used to be just like that. And if you don't like the way you are, I am living proof that you can change that. And you can make yourself a person you're proud of and that you like. Baby, don't jaywalk across the street. But anyway, that's all I really had to say today, was find out why you have negative feelings about certain things, because that negativity might be linked to the very thing that is causing you not to glow up and shine. So yeah, start looking at yourself. Whenever you start feeling negative feelings towards somebody else and something that's going on for them, start asking yourself why. What's going on with me? What emotions am I feeling that are leading me to be this way, Because in all honesty, when you can get rid of negative emotions and start focusing on what you need to do for yourself, that, my friend, is when things change for you and you'll start being able to glow up and shine too. So, I hope I've said something that was encouraging and helpful in this video. If you like it, please go ahead and like it. Hit the subscribe button. There's also a notification bell you can click if you want to get notifications whenever I post. And I'm going to try to get on a more normal posting schedule. But yeah, until next time, I want to let you know to, as always, take care, stay safe. I love you, and we'll definitely talk later.